After the doors closed behind her, we both stared at it for a long moment. You want to talk to me about something? You could tell? This is the second time we've orchestrated a one-on-one time like this. It's got to be about Suoh-kun, am I right? Her brow forwards at my question. She squints off into a bit of a distance. It's not? I do want to ask about her, but I didn't send Chidori off to grill you. I wanted to give you a piece of advice. Advice? I've had a similar conversation with her in this room once before. Let's hear it, Ben. You're dating Ringo Sasaki, aren't you? I had an inkling, but even so, I was still taken aback. Do you think our secret could have finally been found out so soon? Lying to her has no real cause, so I peer into her feline eyes with windows to it in a room. You're a pretty interesting person to have as a friend. My legs might not work so well, but my brain sure does. She gives her thighs a sharp slap as a smile. Be on guard if she phrases it as a warning, but since it's advice, she must be coming from a place of kindness. So, I'm going to say something you might not want to hear. You're saying for my own sake, so it's not so bad. For a split second, I think I catch a blush from it staying from her cheeks before her usual cat-like smile returns. You're probably shocked, I know, but rest assured, there are no rumours going around. So you're the only one who knows? No. Not the only one. Don't give me that look. Chidori doesn't know. I'm not a tattletale. Then, I have an idea of whom could have found out. Ichigo-kun? Bingo. I expect you to guess you're a Hani, but I should have known better. If Suoh-kun were the only one who found out, then she had no need to put herself forward for student council elections. No, she's a saint. That's borderline blasphemy. Anyway, she's closer to her sister than anyone, so it'd be pretty hard to keep anything from her. This might seem like she has her head in the clouds, but she's not stupid. And may I ask how she found out? You two have been exchanging letters to virtually arrange your trysts, haven't you? It's a poor move to use any communication method that leaves evidence. Ichigo-kun saw one of the letters. Regret blooms inside my chest. My mood darkens. I imagine Ichigo-kun reading her letters and realising I'm dating her sister, when she herself asked me out too. She was acting off, so I pressured her into telling me what was wrong. Won't be long now before everyone else knows too. You're not going to blame us, are you? I said it won't be long, but you should be careful. She concludes without answering my question. Her demeanour makes it clear she has no more to say on the matter. However, you should be careful. Like a previous warning, those words also serve as judgment. Heeding my friend's advice, I decreased the frequency of our dates and changed our meeting place to my room. My amity partner left the academy a while back, so it was also more safe for my zealous fans, who seemed to feel like invading the privacy of my room would be a step too far. I hadn't told Ringo that Ichigo-kun knew about our relationship. Partly because I wanted to spare her feelings, and partly due to my own contemptible inability to face up to it. Then, my inescapable feelings demanded their recompense. I don't remember what served as a trigger. Maybe simply the chat we'd been enjoying over dinner petered out, the silence between us pregnant. There was Ringo-kun reaching out to wipe an eyelash from my cheek, and our eyes meeting. Some small thing like that. But it doesn't matter how small a spark was. Ringo gazed at me and closed her eyes, tilting head, small sweet lips ever so slightly. Seeking my own compensation, but I had no reason to stop it happening. So hackneyed smile. It's a hackneyed simile. I was drawn to her like a moth to a flame. When hearing the sound of a door opening, I slowly raised my head. There, standing in the entrance, was Ringo Sasaki? Yuzuriha. Or worse. Her voice sounded like a judge's sentence. Sweat formed on my brow as silence stretched out between us. You should be careful. My cat-like friend's word echoed in my ears like a curse. Where a thin, like tangible membrane between us was impossible to penetrate. I'm sorry. I knew it. I had lost my one and only true friend. Yeah, true friend. Rain in winter is way too quiet. It rained. Gazing at the scenery outside the window after I'd finished my tasks. It's only when I noticed the flagstones are wet that I realised it was raining. The cold rain falls without sound, seeping into the cold ground and turning it black. The sky's icy tears are soaked through everything before I notice. Hearing a tentative voice behind me, I turn around. I'll leave the document here. Thank you. Though I grinned brightly at her, the smile the secretary returned is awkward. She scores off into a corner of a room where the rest of her colleagues are gathered. Of course, it wouldn't help my case if I was rude to her. I know you can't stop gossip, but it probably wasn't Nerine who leaked it. Still, news of my relationship with Ringo started as a drip falling here and there, to a placid surface of Academy, till the drips turned into rivulets that ran together to form one raging river. No one has asked me about it to my face, but now it's pretty much as an open secret. That goes for within my year group too. There's above and below too. All members of the council too, I guess. No, they're more than that. They're friends who've been with me and Nerine for a thick and thin. Me and Nerine Kamikado. The members of the Council of Nicaea clearly expected me and Neri to end up dating. Some of them even thought we'd been in an item ever since we started Academy. Although I never actually said it out loud. Which is probably why they feel betrayed. Their unconcealed coldness towards me is a further proof of their backing Nerine, with whom they deem to be spurned party here. Wish I could explain to them how I'm the one who was spurned. More cases of the bias between Nerine and Yuzuriha, it seems. The friend who gave me the advice would probably say that just trying to justify myself is lame. I think of a girl with a feline smile, then of a girl of pages of documents have been placed on my desk. So she won the treasurer and the auditor, did she? That's my teacher for you. Seeing Suohane's name on forms for student council election candidates, I smile wryly. Both these council members are total squares. To set my sights on will win some secretary and general clerk. I suppose someone like Suoh does better with those who can persuade through force of personality and sheer enthusiasm. Not just a pretty face, speak with a little, and you'd be captivated by the truly decent and honest personality behind it. Getting an audience with girls with similar temperament is the hard part. Once that is managed, you should have no problem securing their trust. Well, I'm on the verge of losing it. Self-deprecating smile rises to my face unbidden. Well, I'm curious what that Suoh-kun's next move, but someone else I tend to be focused on above all of us right now. I stopped my meeting with Ringo-kun when our relationship became public knowledge. Not to protect myself, but to protect her. I can't exactly say this is a pleasant situation for myself, but for Ringo? I can hardly even bear to think about it. Still, if I act rashly, I'd make things even worse for her. I truly believe that. I could play it off as a coincidence. I could just pass by with first year classrooms. No. For something like that, it'd only pique everyone's curiosity even further. If I take any slight hint as definitive proof. What should I do? The face of a girl who's saying me floats before my eyes, and I press my thumbs hard into my temples. Many times I'd found my feet carrying towards a room. Each time, reason reared its head, stopping me in my tracks, turning on my heel and returning to my own room. What if I sent her a letter asking her to meet me somewhere? Could let slip to her shoe cupboard while we used to. But that's how we got found out in the first place. Every time I come up with it stupid, taking my father, I turn to face the aquarium. My gaze follows the shadows of a fish and darts in and out of a seaweed. Whatever the situation, it's up to you. Whether or not you're able to laugh it all off depends on how you feel. Repeat my father's words to a fish. Fair no response from me. All I get back in return is guilt and unease. I can't smile. So what should I do, Ringo? I see Ringo's cherubic face in the glass. The illusion brings back the feeling of her soft, slender body in my arms. Despite not wearing any perfume, her skin gave off a deliciously tantalising scent. It lingered on my clothes, that unique smell of blossoming woodmanhood. Now I'm not just seeing things, I'm smelling them. I'm so lost in saving fish I hadn't noticed it at first, but now my cat-like friend is behind me. There's similar sense of Ringo's, yet with a more masculine base note, brings me back to reality as I slowly turn around. Took you long enough. How can I not notice a hottie so close by? Must be losing my edge. Looks like there's no need for me to worry if people still making off-colour jokes like that. Just for Aigaki-kun's concern, a genuine smile makes its way to my lips. However, no comebacker. Yes, it really is serious. She grimaces at me. It's been a while since I had a genuine conversation. This is legit fun for me. It's really been a bad way if you can find conversing to a misanthropic, moody shut-in like me fun. She's supposedly used to being alone, so we've been friends for a while now. Seems like she's been starting to develop a needy streak. It's quite clearly setting me up for a riposte. As much as I can do to force a weak smile. Well, it does seem like the younger Sasaki is in a similar state. Ringo? What's wrong with her? Calm down. If anyone catches like this, I'll get the wrong idea. I don't care about that, just tell me. That's what I came to talk about, and talk I will. But first, could you please remove your hand from my shoulder? To be frank, you're hurting me. Sorry. When I released my iron grip from her, Aigaki-kun rubs her shoulder, and I apologise again for my misjudging my own strength. Well, I guess that just goes to show how concerned you are about her. Actually, if you'd given some calm and flippant response, I would have been out of here. Sorry. So what about her? I may have overstated, it's not actually in a dire situation. There's been no obvious harassment. Whereas some people are beginning to be pretty cold towards her. When I tell her it sounds like the same as what I'm experiencing, she informs me with a feline smirk. But it's a little worse, Ringo. If you're hiding in a present classroom, I can't be openly contemptuous. But people are keeping their distance, shall we say. I see. Being grateful to Suoh-kun and Hanabishi-kun, I sag slightly in relief, but Aigaki-kun looks apprehensive. We're something I've personally found more surprising than the attitudes of our classmates. You're not surprised by them? I thought you'd had some snarky comment about how this is a school of respectable young ladies as bad as any other. Doesn't matter what upbringing we have, we're all still women at core. Put us all together in a group, all beliefs are shockingly similar. Her words bring back memories of various schools I've attended back in the day. This is my opinion, but I think women long to form cliques between which they can belong to. Any groups they can affiliate themselves with, be they friends, clubs, hobbies or whatever. Cliques, huh? Yeah. Fallings out usually happen on the basis of these groups. We try to exclude those we don't feel to belong with. The fewer are, the more obvious it is. And on my agreement to a philosophical view, in my previous schools I'd experienced my own fair share of being treated as different due to my appearance. So what did surprise you? Perhaps she's so unhappy about it too. I really didn't think that she'd. The way she trails off leaves me an ominous shadow hanging over us. Could it be that? Ichigo-kun too. Looks like you're thinking straight again, she says with a smirk. I had a feeling that things would turn out like this when I warned you, but I didn't expect her to be so obviously shunned by her own sister. I do get this as a messed up situation after all. Ichigo-kun admitted her feelings to me first, but... Still, they are sisters. The feelings the older one had for you aren't quite as serious. I figured it was more in an intense admiration. For someone who claims to hate people, you sure keep a close eye on them. It's because I'm a misanthrope. A cat observes those around him for own protection. So I know the person approaching him is a cat lover or not. That brings back thoughts of my past self and of Nereneka Mikado, things are now out of my reach. They share a room. It's a veritable bed of nails. This information hits me hard. I feel the pressure from my chest making it hard to breathe. All I feel is remorse. That's quite a face you're making. I'd ask you to please refrain from coming out by our classroom or barging into our room though. I know that. Yagaki-kun looks at me dubiously as I wring the words out. Whatever's going on between the sisters, Shirahane-san's hanging things with the rest of the class. Don't want to have to return to square one. So she's covering for Ringo? Even this is a make or break time for her. She's not yet an official candidate, but if things go well, after this will come the voting. Of course, protecting Ringo will be a huge minus for her when it comes to that. She puts herself down. What do you mean? Shirahane-san's strength is drawing a short straw, because she knows what she's doing. If she knows it will be negative effect to her standing? Yep. Even knowing that, not putting on a hand or hot stove because you're stupid. She's the kind of person who'll purposely go out for a short straw because... I think the word she'd gone with was to say she's special, but she catches herself before she swallows the words, her face flushing. You look like you've drawn a short straw yourself. I'm just amusing myself. I live for a moment, in fact I have a little proposal again for my own amusement. She beckons to me, a wicked smile curling up her lips. Is this some kind of evil scheme? I do like your evil schemes. A perfectly benevolent one. Really can't bear to keep seeing those sisters looking so worn and haggard, so... Startled by her proposal, she whispers to me. I stare into her verdigris eyes. Looking through those windows to discover her true intentions. I'll gladly accept your proposal. Well then, gang, thanks for watching. Join me next time we find out what this wicked scheme could be. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye bye.